Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalrin, and today we'll be talking about the PvP rotation for combat rogues. Today I'll be telling you guys how to deal sustained damage, how to deal increased amount of damage when bursting, with or without cooldowns, and everything you need to know in order to dish out more damage and get ahead of the competition as the combat rogue. I'll be doing a video like this for all 3 specs of rogue, so let's get on to it. The first thing I'm going to tell you is get 2 heavy weapons, be they swords, axes, fists, or maces for your combat rogue. Those will help you deal more damage overall in melee and overall scaling with all your gear. You don't have abilities such as backstab or hemorrhage, which activate extra damage if you have a dagger equipped, so have heavy weapons. Heavy weapons will give you more damage during auto attacks, and with combat potency they'll give you chances to gain energy every time you're hitting with offhand, which gives you a higher chance to gain energy the heavier the weapon. To deal sustained damage as a combat rogue, you simply need to be auto-attacking your target. Improved dual wield makes it so that every single one of your auto-attacks will always land onto your opponent, never missing. You'll also have multi-strike hits that apply every time you're auto-attacking. You'll have poison hits that have a chance to apply onto your target every time you're auto-attacking, which again all stacks up in damage. And then you have your mastery hits. Your mastery gives you a chance to deal 140% of your main hand weapon damage every time you're dealing damage with any ability, be it spamming abilities or auto-attacking. So, best way to deal sustained damage for a combat rogue is to auto-attack. The rotation for combat rogues is very simple, which is something I love about the spec. First thing you do onto your target is apply Revealing Strike. Revealing Strike will make it so that all your finishers are beefed up by 35%, and your Sinister Strike attacks, which is your main way of generating combo points, has a 25% chance on use to generate an extra combo point. Afterwards, you spam Sinister Strike to generate combo points. It's that easy. You apply your combo points into Slice and Dice, Eviscerates, Stuns, Heals as needed, and that is simply the best way to deal damage as a combat rogue, and you do so while auto-attacking with multi-strike and mastery hits hitting the target as well. Makes for very sustained damage. Quick tips to maximize your energy potential and damage potential: don't use Sinister Strikes on targets that do have a defensive ability on them. This way you're just wasting energy and not really putting that much pressure into a target unless you are genuinely trying to generate combo points in order to perform a stun, get a recuperate up, slice and dice up, or eviscerate, depending on what you're trying to do in a PvP situation. The mechanic of energy regeneration and energy management might be an issue for you when playing combat rogue, because Sinister Strike does cost 50 energy. Combat rogues naturally generate energy, and having extra haste helps you generate a little bit more energy. Also, auto-attacking combat potency can give chance to give you extra energy onto your target, so simply stick onto your target and you'll have higher chances to generate energy. You can throw in Slice and Dice for more RNG chances for combat potency to proc, so that is part of the DPS mechanic in order to generate extra energy. You can always use Adrenaline Rush, which will fuel you with more energy, give you faster auto attack damage, which means more sustained damage for yourselves, as well as reduce global cooldown of all abilities, allowing you to spam Sinister Strike a lot more often and dishing out a ton of damage. The burst mechanic for combat rogues is very simple. It's a ramp up mechanic. It forces you to spam Sinister Strike. Because of a passive, every time we spend 4 Sinister Strikes, we gain Insight as a combat rogue. From Shallow Insight, a 10% damage increase, 4 Sinister Strike afterwards, into Moderate Insight, 20% damage increase. 4 more Sinister Strikes put us into Deep Insight for 50% damage increase thanks to Warlords of Draenor perks. That is where we burst with Killing Spree as a combat rogue. The more Insight we gain, the more damage we deal. So this spec is all about taking time, whittling your enemy down, auto-attacking and sinking and investing your energy and combo points and Sinister Strikes into them until you can get damage later down the line. So besides having any damage at the opener, which combat rogue lacks, it has really good sustain, and it pretty much is considered a healer killer. A talent you should consider when running your combat rogue is Internal Bleeding, which is a bleed that puts onto your target that increases with combo points used when you kidney shot your target. Because of Revealing Strike, this bleed is very potent and can literally whittle your enemy down when you're still stun locking them. So even if you're going through CC, you're still dishing out a ton of damage as a combat rogue. I definitely would recommend running this talent no matter what team composition or arena that you may be running, as Internal Bleeding has an intense amount of sustained damage. As you all know, combat rogue is all about sustained damage, which is something I've preached for over and over in this video. So definitely you should try Internal Bleeding for that intense amount of damage. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully it helps you get ahead of the curve when playing your combat rogue. My name is Dalrin, and I'll be doing a video for all 3 specs of rogue for this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.